Reveals the identity between the Jivatma and Paramatma, Jiva and Ishvara by Lakshanavritti. That is Lakshanavritti, particular Lakshanavritti is Jahadajah Lakshanavritti or Bhagatyaga Lakshanavritti. And by that, Akhandam Satchidanandam Param Brahma Lakshati. What is implied as a Lakshartha, what is ascertained as the Akhanda Satchidananda Param Brahma, to which an objection has been raised by the Purvapaksha. In operating the Lakshanavritti of Tattvamasi Mahavakya, he says you can't use the Lakshanavritti for the ascertainment of Tattvamasi Mahavakya. Because what you are asserting, please tell me, is it Savikalpa Brahma or Nirvikalpa Brahma? The third variety of Brahma is there. How many varieties of Brahma are there? How many types of Brahma? One or two? One? What about Savikalpa and Nirvikalpa Brahma? Of course. To begin with, we do make that difference as Savikalpa and Nirvikalpa. Always. Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Savikalpa, Nirvikalpa. So, Jivatma, Paramatma. But finally it has resolved in only one. Now, please tell me, what do you imply at by this Tattvamasi, by you have used the Lakshanavritti, is it not? Is it Savikalpa Brahma or Nirvikalpa Brahma? In either case, there is a defect. So you are making use of Lakshanavritti to arrive at, even if you say Savikalpa Brahma, it is wrong. Even if you say Nirvikalpa Brahma, it is wrong. If you say what is implied at is Savikalpa Brahma, according to Vedanta, according to the Siddhanta of the Upanishad, whatever that is Savikalpa means whatever that is along with the gunas, the attributes, cannot be Brahma. And because anything that has got attributes is subject to destruction, a destructible thing can never be Brahma, and therefore what you are arrived is not Brahma, therefore Savikalpa cannot be Brahma. If you say no, we are arriving at Nirvikalpa Brahma only, not Savikalpa Brahma. If that is the case, look here. You can't apply the Lakshanavritti there. Why you can't apply Lakshanavritti there? Because Lakshanavritti can operate about a thing which has got attributes. The Lakshya, whatever that you are aiming at with the help of the Vakya in terms of Lakshanavritti, Sakya Sambandham is possible relation where the direct meaning is not considered. In the implied sense, you can apply only to those things which have got certain attributes. Now, Nirvikalpa, when you say Nirvikalpa Brahma, you say it has no attributes. How are you operating the Lakshanavritti with respect to Nirvikalpa Brahma? So that is not possible. In either case, so you cannot make use of the Lakshanavritti. This is the context of the Purvapaksha. We have seen possibly who can be the one who has posed this Purvapaksha. It can be the one who wants to read as meaning of his own in Tattvamasi Mahavakya like Satya Swamasi, Advaitavadin, who is not ready to accept the identity between the Ishvara and the Jiva, who goes with what he sees with the eyes. So therefore Jiva is different, Ishvara is different. So he wants to read that Satya Swamasi means you belong to Ishvara, but you can never be one and the same as Ishvara in reality. The one who has got such conception, possibly he might have posed this question, or it can be only a person who wants to just pose his smartness. This is what is called as, there is a defect in the very argument that he is going to ask that, so that is Jati. So Jati is that Jati means Ataduttaram, an irrelevant rejoinder to the Vedanti. Just to, not for anything they said, just to show his smartness, or the doubt can be from a genuine speaker who has not understood what exactly is Tattva, that the import of Tattvamasi Mahavakya as unfolded by the Vedanta. So these three persons can be the one behind this Purvapaksha. The first two varieties are answered in their own language, because their Purvapaksha is totally irrelevant, and therefore that means the answer is such that it totally dismisses the possibility of Purvapaksha. Leave alone answering the Purvapaksha, it just dismisses the Purvapaksha. So therefore now the answer is like this. For them, we have given the answer in terms of what is called as Vitanda. Vitanda means just to dismiss the question itself, because look here, you are asking, that means you have posed the question whether the Lakshartha of Tattvamasi Mahavakya is it Nirvikalpa Brahma or Savikalpa Brahma. Means you are making use of two words here. What are those two words? Nirvikalpa and Savikalpa. Now these two words have got a word in itself, what is called as Vikalpa. And what is Savikalpa? We have seen in the earlier context of the Purvapaksha. Vikalpena sahavartate. And what are the Vikalpas? Nama, Rupa, Dharma, Guna, all these are means divisions, all Vedas. All Vedas are the Vikalpa. That which has got the Vikalpa is Savikalpa. Now when he uses these two words, Nirvikalpa and Savikalpa, there is a word Vikalpa. And he has used this word Vikalpa in terms means Veda with respect to whom has he used? Nirvikalpa Brahma, Savikalpa Brahma. That Brahma is to be kept in mind. It is not just like Nirvikalpa and Savikalpa. He has used this word, the Vikalpa word, with respect to Nirvikalpa Brahma and Savikalpa Brahma. So now he has to answer us, where can he fix this word Vikalpa? From where did he find this Vikalpa? Other things we should keep in mind, Vikalpa means Veda. Vedas, when you say, division, when you say, division about what? Nama, Rupa, Veda, Guna, Dharma. When you say like this, there are Vikalpas. So Vedas, differences. When you say like this, Nama, name about what? Name of what? There must be some locus ashraya. Rupa, form of what? There must be an ashraya locus. Guna, of what? Dharma, of what? Ashraya must be there. Some locus must be there. So some origin must be there. So it has to be pointed out by this Purvapaksha. And another thing is that according to Purvapaksha, the Vikalpas, Vedas, or differences are real. Which you should keep in mind, because remember, we also make use of the word Nirvikalpa and Savikalpa. Not that the Purvapaksha alone have used the word Nirvikalpa, Savikalpa. We also make use of the word Nirvikalpa and Savikalpa. In what sense we use the word, we will see afterwards. This is going to come in the Samdasa Sutta. So how we use the word Vikalpa will see. But when Purvapaksha has used this word Vikalpa, he means Vikalpa, that is Vedas, means real Vedas. Now the question is, this Vedas in the Nirvikalpa and Savikalpa, you have spoken about the Vikalpa. Where are you going to fix the origin of this Vikalpa? Have they come just like that from nowhere, or there is a source of them, or there is a basis or an ashraya, locus for this? This he has to find out. So he can say either the basis is in the Nirvikalpa or Savikalpa. That is what is told. Vikalpaha Nirvikalpasya Savikalpasya va bhavet. You have obviously used the word Vikalpa in the Nirvikalpa and Savikalpa. Please let me know, so this Vikalpa, does it pertain to Nirvikalpa Brahma again? Nirvikalpa Brahma or Savikalpa Brahma? If you say this Vikalpa belongs to Nirvikalpa Brahma, if you say so, Vyahati. Vyahati means there is a Vyaghata dosha, a palpable contradiction in your very statement. In fact, you also agree because you have made use of the argument earlier. And earlier in the second line of 49, he has made use of the argument. See, Nirvikalpasya lakshatvam na sambhavi. And Nirvikalpa cannot be the lakshartha of any lakshana vritti. When you say, he means that lakshartha must have the gunas, dharmas, divisions, vikalpas, and Nirvikalpa is free from that. So therefore, these are totally contradictory to each other. So therefore, so if you say Vikalpa belongs to Nirvikalpa Brahma, you are contradicting it. Vadato Vyaghataha. Like somebody shouting at the top of his voice, I am dumb. Don't you listen? I am dumb. I tell you I am dumb. The fellow is shouting at the top of the voice. So like that, you are telling Nirvikalpa, it has got Vikalpa with a Vyaghata, an inherent contradiction in itself is there. So therefore it is totally dismissed. Now we have to find out whether is there a place somewhere or basis for the Vikalpa in the Savikalpa Brahma. If that is there, then his question can stand some of his status. So now it says, whether Savikalpa has got, Savikalpa Brahma has got somewhere in itself the Vikalpa. Is there a room for Vikalpa or origin of Vikalpa in the Savikalpa Brahma? Now we have got a phrase सविकल्पस्य विकल्पः, सविकल्पस्य good ब्रह्मणः विकल्पः, सविकल्पस्य ब्रह्मणः विकल्पः. Now the brahmana is assumed now. Savikalpasya vikalpah, the vikalpa of savikalpa. All this is vikalpa meaning you have to keep in mind. Vedas, nama, rupa, etc. you have to keep in mind. Now when you say savikalpa savikalpa, in English you have to put as the vikalpa, the division of savikalpa means the one which is with division. What is savikalpa? Vikalpena saha vartate iti savikalpa. So the vikalpena saha means that which is along with the vikalpa. This vikalpa, this division means instrumental case. Means vikalpaha, nominative. Vikalpaha, nominative. The division which is the nominative case, or the vikalpa word which is nominative case. What are the Sanskrit words for that? Prathamanta. Prathamanta means the vikalpa which ends in the nominative case. Not as first vikalpa. No. Prathamanta. We are talking of prathama for the not prathama vikalpa. Prathamaha vikalpa you can say first vikalpa. Tritiyaha vikalpa you can say third vikalpa. We are not talking of that. We are talking of prathamanta means the vikalpa which is ending in the nominative singular nominative case. So that is prathamanta vikalpa. And savikalpa vikalpena saha means there is a tritiyanta, a vikalpa which is ending in the third case, tritiya vibhakti. Third case it is ending. So it means instrumental case. The division with the instrumental case and the division with the nominative case. So therefore we have got two vikalpas of the two words division. One ending in the nominative case, other ending in the instrumental case. So now for further discussion, let us use the word now. Prathamanta vikalpa stands for the division ending in the nominative case. Tritiyanta vikalpa stands for the division ending in the instrumental case. Now, savikalpasya vikalpaha, in this we have got two vikalpas with two types of vikalpas. The thing is, the first prathamanta vikalpa relates to tritiyanta vikalpa. Fine? Savikalpasya vikalpaha. This vikalpa division is about what? Savikalpa. Savikalpa Brahma means the prathamanta vikalpa depends on the tritiyanta vikalpa means which is something pertaining to the tritiyanta vikalpa. So this much is sure now. The prathamanta vikalpa depends on the tritiyanta. Now the tritiyanta, the division with the instrumental case, the tritiyanta vikalpa, from where has it come? Vikalpena saha vartate. From where has it come? We have to find a locus. We have to find an ashraya, a basis for this vikalpa. Why you have said? Because vikalpa cannot hang itself somewhere in between. It has to have a locus. Nama, rupa, guna, dharma, etc. We should have a locus. Like dharma should have a dharmi, guna should have a guni, nama should have a nami. So like rupa should have a rupavan. A locus must be there which has got this. That means which has got this attribute of division. So now we have to find out from where does this tritiyanta vikalpa come, or what is the ashraya basis for the tritiyanta vikalpa. We cannot say the Brahma, it is savikalpa Brahma, but first it is Brahma and afterwards you are adding the adjective savikalpa. Is it not? Savikalpa Brahma in this word, savikalpa is the adjective and the Brahma is the substantive. You can't say this vikalpa in the savikalpa, vikalpena saha vartate, is from Brahma. You can't say, because Brahma cannot be the basis for anything whatsoever. It is totally free from all the vikalpa. So that he also has to, Purupaksh also has to agree with that is happening. From where this vikalpa has come? Because this vikalpa, tritiyanta, the vikalpa that is there in the word savikalpa. Possibly we can say this tritiyanta vikalpa is just finding out the possibility. We don't know from where it has come. Just to try to find out the possibility. Possibly this tritiyanta vikalpa is what? Is same as the prathamanta vikalpa, or tritiyanta vikalpa is different from the Prathamanta Vikalpa. To begin with, we have got two possibilities. The instrumental division, this division ending with the instrumental case, may be same as the division ending with the nominative case, or it may be different. So, let us see what happens in either of these cases. First, if we say that this Prasamanta and the Trutiyanta Vikalpas are one and the same, what does it mean? Suppose you want to know the Vikalpa. Which Vikalpa you want to know? Trutiyanta. To know the Trutiyanta, it is same means what? You have to know the Prathamanta. And Prathamanta depends on whom? Trutiyanta. To know the Prathamanta Vikalpa, you have to know the Trutiyanta. Means, can you tell or ascertain the existence of something without knowing? Something is here. Let us say this watch is here. Can you say that it is here without knowing the watch? Means knowing is seeing the watch. Without perceiving the watch, can you say? You can't speak of the existence of something without knowing it. So, if you have to say that there is a Vikalpa in the Savikalpa, you should first know from where it has come. So, if you say it is from the Prathamanta Vikalpa, but Prathamanta Vikalpa where it abides depends on the Trutiyanta, what does it mean? Prathamanta Vikalpa depends on the Trutiyanta Vikalpa, Trutiyanta Vikalpa depends on the Prathamanta Vikalpa, means we can't get the knowledge of the either to ascertain the existence of them. Because to know the Trutiyanta, you should know the Prathamanta. To know the Prathamanta, you have to know the Trutiyanta, because we already seen that Prathamanta is dependent on the Trutiyanta, because Savikalpasya Vikalpa, Shakti is the sixth stage is there, but it belongs to the Trutiyanta. So it is not possible. This is what is called as the Atmasraya dosa. To know a thing, you have to gain the knowledge of something, but the object of the knowledge of something is the original thing. That is what is the Atmasraya dosa. To know A, you have to know A1, but the object of A1 is verily A which you don't know. How are you going to know the A? The example that I think, that is our definition was Svajnana Sapeksha Jnana Visavasya. So, for Svajnana, to know a particular thing, there is some Sapeksha Jnana, some knowledge dependent that which gives the knowledge of that is there, with Apekshaniya Anya Jnana, Apekshaniya Anya Jnana. The Vishaya, the object of that is a very original thing, that is what is called as the Atmasraya dosa. Example can be that. Now we have to know the Lakshana or definition of cow. If the definition of cow has been given like this, cow, that means, or that jati, that species which abides only in the cow and not in any animals other than the cow. The species of cow is the one which abides, gotva, abides in the animal cows and not any other animals than the cow. To know the cow, you have to know the cowness gotva, and to know the cowness gotva, you have to know the cow. Atmasraya, self-dependence, the defect of self-dependence. So therefore, if the Trutiyanta Vikalpa and Prathamanta Vikalpa are one and the same, that is what is called as the Atmasraya dosa. So therefore, it cannot be so. Other possibility is possibly the Trutiyanta and Prathamanta Vikalpas are different, distinct and different from each other. In that case, if Trutiyanta Vikalpa is distinct and different from the Prathamanta Vikalpa, again we have to find out the origin of the Trutiyanta Vikalpa. Because Prathamanta Vikalpa we already know. It depends on whom? Trutiyanta. Now Trutiyanta Vikalpa being a Vikalpa, so it cannot come from Nirvikalpa. That is already ruled out. It cannot come from Nirvikalpa. It must come from some other Vikalpa. What is that Vikalpa? We have to suppose that maybe there is a third Vikalpa other than the Prathamanta and the Trutiyanta. So therefore, the Vikalpa, the Trutiyanta Vikalpa must have the basis in the third Vikalpa. So we can say Trutiyaha Vikalpa, but we will conclude with the Trutiyanta and Trutiyaha third Vikalpa. Let us speak the third English word only. Third Vikalpa. Again the question comes. This third Vikalpa, is it something same as the Prathamanta Vikalpa or different from Prathamanta Vikalpa? No doubt, Trutiyanta Vikalpa depends on the third vikalpa. Understood? But this third vikalpa, is it the same as the prathamanta or separate? If you say it is the same as the prathamanta vikalpa, we are arriving at what another dosha called as anyonyashraya dosha, a defect of mutual dependence. In as much as the third vikalpa is the same as the prathamanta vikalpa. Okay, so therefore, now the tripiyanta vikalpa depends on the third vikalpa, and third vikalpa is the same as the prathamanta vikalpa. That means the tripiyanta vikalpa depends on the prathamanta vikalpa, and prathamanta vikalpa depends on the tripiyanta vikalpa. Right? Because see, third vikalpa, tripiyanta depends on the third vikalpa. Third vikalpa is the same as the prathamanta vikalpa. Therefore, prathamanta vikalpa is already in the same. Prathamanta vikalpa depends on the tripiyanta. Tripiyanta, which depends on the third, means it depends on the prathamanta. Though prathamanta vikalpa and tripiyanta vikalpa, the nominative and instrumental vikalpas, though they are distinct and different from each other, they are dependent on each other. This is what is called as the anyonyashraya dosha. They may be different, but they depend on each other. Svajnana, sapeksha jnana, sapeksha jnana vishayatvam. That is, means, like this. Example can be, Gotva is different from Mahisha. So you want to know what the cow is, and definition of cow has been given. The Gotva is different from Mahisha. Means cowness is different from buffalo-ness. I don't know what is buffalo-ness. What is buffalo? I don't know. And here the definition of buffalo has been given. The buffalo, Mahishatva is different from Gotva. The buffalo-ness is different from the cowness. In other words, if you want to know what is cow, cow is different from buffalo. I don't know what buffalo is. Buffalo is different from cow. How are you going to know the cow now? To know the cow, you have to know first buffalo. And you say, this is not buffalo. Therefore, this is the cow. But I don't know buffalo. And how you know the definition of buffalo has been given? Buffalo is something which is different from the cow. To know the buffalo, I should know the cow and find out this is different from the cow. Buffalo and cow are totally different from each other, but the knowledge depends on each other. This is what is called as the anyonyashraya dosha, the defect of mutual dependency. We can't gain the knowledge in such defective cases. These are called logical fallacy. Then, if that is the case, possibly other way may hold good. What is the other way? Third vikalpa is totally different from both prathamanta and tritiyanta. In that case, what will happen? As the third vikalpa being a vikalpa, we will have to find the ashraya, the source of the third vikalpa. Possibly it can be the fourth vikalpa. Third vikalpa is based in the fourth vikalpa. Possibly it may be. So, now if that is the case, a question arises, this fourth vikalpa on which the third vikalpa is based, is it the same as the prathamanta vikalpa or different from prathamanta, tritiyanta and third vikalpa? If the fourth vikalpa is the same as the prathamanta vikalpa, the problem is that of chakraka dosha. Chakraka dosha means dependence in circle. Dependence in circle means if you want to gain the knowledge of something, suppose knowledge of something else is required. To gain the knowledge of something, let us say A, the knowledge of something else is required. But to know this knowledge of something, the very same A becomes the object of knowledge in a circuitous way, not directly or not mutual dependent. In a circuitous way, it becomes the very object of the knowledge of something else which can give you the knowledge of that is what is called as the chakraka dosha, defect of dependence in circle. Defect of dependence in circle. Svajnana, sapeksha jnana, sapeksha jnana, sapeksha jnana vishayatvam. You can see an example. What is cow? To know the cow, possibly we have been there. Cow is that means it is a jati. Gotva, that means cow is that means it is a Gotvam jati, which is that goat cow means that which has got the cowness or Gotvam jati. Now where is this cowness? Where can you find the cowness Gotvam jati? Gotva jati is found in all those animals which have got sasna, and it is not found in those which have no sasna. To know cow, we should know the Gotva jati, the species of cowness. And what is the cowness? Cowness is found, Gotva jati is found invariably in those animals which have got the sasna, and it is not found in those animals which have no sasna. The question is, I don't know what is sasna. So now, that means the definition of sasna has to be given, is it not? Look, we started from attempt of knowing the cow. To know the cow, we should know the Gotva jati. To Gotva jati, now we have to know what is sasna. Now, to know I don't know what is sasna. So, sasna is the fleshy thing which hangs below the neck of a cow. What is called as dewlap. Dewlap of the bull is a very prominently it is seen. So, I hope you have seen cow. I think you have not come from some big city or anything. Okay. You know what cow is. Okay. Now you should see, we should see with respect to dewlap. You know, if a cow can be fondled by caressing the dewlap, it is very happy. Go on, you can be stroking at the dewlap, it will be happy and will be very friendly with you. It is a nice thing. So now, cow is the animal, not cow. Sasna is the fleshy hanging thing below the neck of the cow. Now to know sasna, what you have to find now? How to find a cow? From where did my attempt start? Knowing a cow. I don't know what a cow is, and my attempt started knowing a cow. Finally, unless I know the cow, I will not know the cow. But how? Merry go round, you know. Not directly. The fellow has been put in trip on trip now. From go to Gotva, from Gotva to Sasna, Sasna to go. This is what is called as a Chakraka, effect of dependence in Sasna. This comes when fourth Vikalpa and the Prathamanta Vikalpa are one and the same. Suppose fourth Vikalpa and Prathamanta Vikalpa are different. Fourth Vikalpa being a Vikalpa, it will have an origin in some other, it should have an origin in some other Vikalpa. We have to say fifth Vikalpa. Again problem same comes. Whether fifth one is same as Prathamanta or different from what? Tritiyanta, third and the fourth. If it is the same as the Prathamanta, which dosha will come? Chakraka continues. Okay, don't think that Chakraka stops at fourth or fifth. Chakraka, if whatever, if you spell out the nth Vikalpa, we have to ask the question whether the nth Vikalpa is same as the Prathamanta Vikalpa. If it is same as the Prathamanta Vikalpa, you get the Chakraka dosha only. Don't say Chakraka dosha. The definition of the Chakraka, you go on adding the Swadhyaya, Sapeksha Jnana, the Chakraka, then the real Chakra will come. You know Chakra? Giddiness. How many of you got yesterday Chakra? Only one. I think it can be treated. So, if many had got the Chakra, then problem would have been for me and Mahadevanji also, and doctors here. And what doctors will get the Chakra, right? Otherwise, then they will have to treat it first. Okay. So, therefore, Chakraka. So, that means, when it will be, you may go up to nth. Nth can be any number. If nth Vikalpa is same as the Prathamanta Vikalpa, you are landing in Chakraka dosha only. Only difference is, Chakra will be bigger. The circle will be bigger and bigger. We are going a longer trip or a shorter trip, that is the difference. But dosha is Chakraka only. If they are different, then what will happen? Anavastha dosha. If the fourth one is different from the Prathamanta, fourth one has to depend on the fifth. If fifth one is different from the Prathamanta, fifth has to depend on the sixth. If sixth is different from the Prathamanta, sixth has to depend on the seventh. If nth one is different from Prathamanta, nth one will have to depend on n plus 1. It goes to infinity. There is no anavastha. There is no avastha. There is the anavastha dosha. Finality. We don't land anywhere else. Therefore, it is a dosha. Therefore, if you say that vikalpa in the savikalpa sa vikalpaha, so that means, the savikalpa Brahma, if you say the vikalpa in the savikalpa sa vikalpa, you cannot fix it anywhere else. So there is no a definite place or origin of ashraya where you can fix the vikalpa. And without the basis ashraya, no vikalpa can stand by. It can't exist at all. So no vikalpa can exist. Therefore, you told nirvikalpa, nirvikalpa and savikalpa, but you can't fix the vikalpa either in the nirvikalpa Brahma or in the savikalpa Brahma. If you can't fix the vikalpa word, how are you asking the question whether the lakshartha is of nirvikalpa Brahma or savikalpa Brahma? Means your question or the Purva Paksha itself has no basis. We need not bother to answer it. This is what is only to silence the person. Okay? Because he had asked an irrelevant question. He has no business to, because he knew something of nirvikalpa, vikalpa, and he meddled with that. And he asked the question. It appeared as though very intelligent question, but it was only a jati, asaduttaram jati. It was a futile, unfair rejoinder to the Vedantin that he had cast. So there is no reason why you should answer that person except make him keep quiet. Now, look here. We have discovered that vikalpa cannot be in the savikalpa Brahma or in the nirvikalpa Brahma. Whatever that we analyzed with respect to savikalpa Brahma and nirvikalpa Brahma with respect to the word vikalpa. Vikalpa is like, no, what is that? Vishra Lagudaka Nyaya. It is like a stick or the petard, like that. It is like that. So with that only we have made him keep quiet. Means how to keep quiet? That Purva Paksha itself is dismissed. Afterwards, in the 52nd, that is taking it to be a genuine doubt of a real mumukshu, answer will be given. Now, what we have analyzed about the vikalpa in the savikalpa and nirvikalpa Brahma applies to anything which is savikalpa vastu. Here we are spoken about the savikalpa Brahma, but the vikalpa is Veda. So this can apply to any savikalpa vastu. In any savikalpa vastu, we will not be able to establish the soul or ashraya or basis of the vikalpa. For example, let us take guna. Guna is a vikalpa, an attribute, is a vikalpa. Okay. For example, there is a tree. Vrikshaha, a tree is there. So tree is the one which has got the guna treeness. Vrikshatvam. Okay. Now, we have to find, now treeness is the guna. In other words, in earlier parlance it is vikalpa. It's a bheda. Because treeness, guna is different from microphone. It is not different from the watch. So therefore, it is a guna. Now, where does this treeness abide? Let us put an equation. Like savikalpasya vikalpaha. So now treeness is a guna. So therefore, it comes now like sagunasya gunaha. Sagunasya or gunavataha gunaha. What is saguna? Gunena saha vartate or gunavan. Gunaha asmin astiti gunavan. So that which is along with the guna. Sagunasya means that which is gunena saha vartate. Sagunasya in bracket vrikshasya gunaha is what? Vrikshatvam. Of the tree which has got the treeness, the treeness of the tree. And what is the tree? The tree which is with the treeness. So, sagunasya gunaha, sagunasya vrikshasya gunaha, that is vrikshatvam. Now we have to find out. This tree is because of the treeness. When you say tree, it is along with the treeness. It is sagunaha vrikshaha. It is along with gunena saha means vrikshatvena saha vartate. Now from where this treeness, the guna has come? You can't say from nirguna. From nirguna, the treeness guna, vrikshatvam guna has come, you can't say, because from nirguna nothing can come. Therefore, like from nirvikalpa, vikalpa is dismissed as vyaghata, so also nirgunasya gunaha is dismissed as the vyaghata or contradiction. So then possibly, what you have to do? We have got sagunasya gunaha, and the saguna is gunena saha vartate. How many gunas are here now? Prathamanta guna, gunaha, gunena saha, tritiyanta guna. Same logic we apply now. What we have seen in the case of the vikalpa with respect to the guna. Whether these gunaha, prathamanta and tritiyanta guna are the same or different. If same, what dosha? Atma ashraya dosha. If different, anyonya ashraya dosha. Is it? Is it? If different, anyonya ashraya dosha. You are misspelling. It's different. Look, don't get excited by this picture. It's different. You know what is that? No, not chakra. See, chakra doesn't come all of a sudden. You have to persevere for a long time afterwards. See, when a person gets exhausted, not all of this. He has to exert for some time, then only his chakra, etc. may come. If he is totally weak, only because of exertion you don't get chakra. A person who is exerting is weak, then he gets the chakra. That is the thing. Okay. Now look here. This prathamanta guna is same as the tritiyanta guna. We have got the anyonyashraya, atmashraya. If prathamanta guna is different from tritiyanta, tritiyanta guna being a guna should have a basis, which is not nirguna. Therefore, we should have a third guna. Third guna. And in third guna, if third guna is same as the prathamanta, then we get the anyonyashraya. If third guna is different from the prathamanta, the third guna should have a basis in the fourth guna. And if fourth guna is same as the prathamanta, we get the chakraka dosha. Otherwise, we have to go for the fifth guna, like this anavastha dosha from or chakraka dosha goes on. What we have seen with respect to vikalpa of Veda in general does apply to all guna, dharma, kriya, jati, sambandha, or in the Nayayika parlance, vishesha, samanya, samavaya, dravya, all this. Therefore, this is now extended. Whatever that we have discovered with respect to vikalpa is being extended to all other vastus or things that are available. So, that is now says, is this defect of vikalpa, whether the vikalpa abides in nirvikalpa brahma or savikalpa brahma, is not confined only to this vikalpa with respect to the brahma, but it is applicable to all the things like guna, kriya, jati, dravya, sambandha, etc. That is not being explained. Idam guna, kriya, jati, dravya, sambandha vastushu. Samam te nasvarupasya sarvametaditi ishtatam. Idam, this, what is this? These ghosts of defect. What is called as that? Vikalpa dushana jatam. Ramakrishna says. Vikalpa dushana jatam. You know what is jatam? Not born. That is true. Jatam is born. Samuha in this context. Jatam also means Samuha. So it is the group of Vikalpa, Dushan. That means the group of the Dushana, the defects pertaining to Vikalpa. What are those? Atmashraya, Anyonyashraya, Chakraka, and Anavastha. These group of defects, these four defects, Idam, Tamam, same means they apply to all these. They are applicable to all these. What are those? Guna, Kriya, Jati, Dravya, Sambandha, Vastu. Guna, with respect to attributes, we have seen. Applicable to attributes of Guna. Any Guna. Kriya, action, any action. Because Guna, Guni. Guna, the one who has got Guna is called Guni, Gunin. Kriya, Kriyavan. Action, one who is along with the action, Kriyavan. Jati, Jati, the species. Dravya, object. This generally used by these Nayayika. One of the 7 padarthas according to them. Dravya. Sambandha, relation. Sambandha and Sambandha. Jati and Jatiman. So that which has got the Jati, Jatiman. Sambandha, Sambandha. That which is related. Sambandha is relation and Sambandha is that which has got the which is related with. So Sambandha. Vastushu means in all these things. Vastushu in the sense, say, Tadrupeshu Panchasu Vastushu. In these 5 things which are Guna, Kriya, Jati, Dravya and Sambandha. These things which have got the Guna, Kriya, Jati, Sambandha, or also it can be taken, Vastu can be taken as Visheshas of Nayayika. Actually, means it is true for everything. Everything means what are the everything? Anything which has got the division. Anything which has got the Vikalpa, because all these have got the Vikalpa division. Anything that has got the Vikalpa, it is applicable. Tikakara says, all the padarthas of Nayayika, of course, except one thing. Better know that. See, the Nayayikas divide the entire world into 7 padarthas. 7 things. According to that they say, Dravya, Guna, Karma, Samanya, Vishesha, Samavaya. The 6 plus there is one Abhava. Abhava you can't take here. Because Abhava is the non-existence, which will not be a thing according to us the Padartha. But they call it as a Padartha. Therefore, Dravya, Guna, Karma, Samanya, Vishesha, Samavaya. So with respect to all these Dushanas, these defects of Atmashraya, etc., do apply. Tamam means it is applicable to, this is what the fact is. Not only with respect to Savikalpa, Brahma, but with respect to all Dravya, Guna, Kriya, Jati, Sambandha, Samavaya, Vishesha, all with respect to this apply. Means, we cannot fix the basis of any of these. Not only Vikalpa means Dravya, Guna, Kriya, etc. Anywhere. Neither they can be in the Savikalpa, Nirvikalpa Brahma, nor can they be in the Savikalpa Brahma. Nowhere we can find out. If that is the case, so then what is the, where actually do they abide? Do you perceive, do you experience these Vikalpas or Bhedas or not? Do you perceive or cognize or experience the Bhedas? Gunas. The topic of this class was very difficult. Do you know or not? Is it? So like that. Oh, it was very easy. Though difficult, it was what? Understandable. Provided you understand. So like that. So now, do you know these dravyas, gunas, guna dharmas, etc.? The tree is tall, tree is short. The treeness, the tree is different from the cow. Do you know or not? So then we know it. Then if they cannot be fixed anywhere, how do they exist? Here we have to find the origin of this. As per our analysis, we cannot find the basis or ashraya for this. at the same time we do experience, we do cognize. Or are you going to fix them? So for this, the Vedanta is giving the answer. It can be the Tena Sarupasya Sarvametad iti Sarvametad iti Ishyatam. This is the answer by him for which we should know. It can be looked at in this two ways. So having pointed out the contention of the Purva Paksha with respect to the Mahavakya Lakshartha, whether Savikalpa or Brahma or Nirvikalpa Brahma, is totally baseless because he can't fix the Vikalpa either in the Nirvikalpa and the Savikalpa. So now the question arises because we have already come to a stage where we are not able to fix exactly the basis or ashraya of Vikalpa. That means having pointed out the very flaw in the statement, so look here, the Vikalpas can be here. Where exactly the Vikalpa can be there? So that is being pointed out. Means having made it clear, the whatever remark that was made by the Purva Paksha is a jati. What is jati? Asaduttaram. The irrelevant remark, irrelevant rejoinder. Look here. This is the saduttaram. Saduttaram means this is where we can fix the Vikalpa. This is the basis of Vikalpa. That answer is being given. Or otherwise, the Purva Pakshi himself may ask, look, you are telling me that what I have spoken of Nirvikalpa Savikalpa or Savikalpa Savikalpa is Asaduttaram, Jati, you are telling me. Now please tell me what is Saduttaram. Yes, I admit. What you call as argument, you say, there is a children while playing, there's a riddle. A riddle, every children are playing, there is a riddle, and answer has to be found. And the fellows are not able to give the answer. There is one person who knows the answer. Then do you know what he will say? Come on, say meow. Come on, mew like a cat. You know what does it mean? Give up. Raise your arms up. Means tell me that you are not able to give the answer to this. Then I will tell you. Just play it. It is like a giving up. So like that, the Purva Paksha say, I give up. So you have pointed out that what I have told is Asaduttaram. It is Jati. The argument that you have put forth, I have to admit. But please tell me, where are you going to fix the Vikalpa? In either way, you have to view the answer. Okay. This is where you have to fix the Vikalpa. Unnecessarily, don't go on splitting the hair. This is the answer given by the Vedanti. This is look here. Tena. What is that Tena? Tena means because that is by Vitanda. Vitanda means by the particular type of dismissing the Purva Paksha. We have, that means totally, we have pointed out that the Purva Paksha is totally irrelevant, baseless. So therefore, Tena or it can be because the Vikalpas have no basis in the Nirvikalpa or the Savikalpa. Because of that, Tena Etat Sarvam Swarupasya iti Ishyata. Etat Sarvam. What is that Etat Sarvam? Etat Gunadikam Sarvam. All Vikalpas. Guna, Kriya, Jati, Dravya, Sambandha, any blessed Vikalpa you can bring, including all these Vikalpas. Etat Sarvam, including the Nayayikas, the 6 padarthas out of the 7 padarthas. With Abhava, non-existence has to be separated. So, all these, Etat Sarvam, Swarupasya iti Ishyata. Ishyatam. It may be taken so, it may be please taken so that they belong to Swarupa. Swarupa. Now you should be very careful here. Swarupa here is, it is not Paramarthika Swarupa, it is Vyavaharika Swarupa. In the sense, Swarupa means Nama Rupatmakasya Vastunaha Swarupasya. Very important thing. Swarupa generally means what? Real nature. Real nature goes where? Paramartha Brahma. No, it doesn't go there, not that. So here, Swarupasya means नाम रूपात्मकस्य वस्तुनः स्वरूप. The vastus like dravya, guna, kriya, jati, sambandha, etc. which have got name and form means in the vyavaharika sense. In the transactional world, whatever the objects and beings are there, their very nature is like this to have the vikalpa. Means you please accept the vyavahara as vyavahara. Don't go on splitting the hair. Like this. If there is, you see, guni, that means don't try to separate the guna from the guni. Who is guni? The one who has got the guna. Accept the guni as the one who has got the guna. Accept the one the thing which has got division as the thing which has got the division. Savikalpa. It is the nature of that to have the vikalpa. Stop there only. Don't go further. So, that means tree. Tree is something which is characterized like this. Accept it tree as a tree. Cow is like this, which is what such and such characteristic is like this. These vikalpas are the very nature of the things at the level of the vyavahara, not paramarthika. Very important. No paramartha vastunaha. See, this sarupasya means this nama rupatmakasya vastunaha sarupasya, natu paramartha vastunaha sarupasya. They don't belong to paramartha bhai because nirvikalpa. There is no room for vikalpa. Anything is savikalpa, which is along with the Vedas divisions available for Vyavahara, know it that these vikalpas are the very nature of these things at that level only. Don't go probe further. If you probe further, what will happen? You are landing in these four defects and you have no answer. Atma Ashraya, Anyonya Ashraya, Chakraka and the Anavastha. Means accept the world as it is as far as the vikalpas are concerned. If you want to find out the real nature, come on, inquire. Come to, that is what we have done in the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, which we are not ready to accept, and unnecessarily you created the big noise. So, the etat iti ishtatam. Ishtatam means may be taken so as the very nature of the objects and beings which are available for Vyavahara. Don't go on for the probing further in this. That means, so, accept the Vyavaharika vastus, vikalpa, those which are savikalpa as they are. Otherwise, we will not, because all problems are because these vikalpas are real. This is not our vikalpa. These are vikalpa. Our vikalpa means not Vedantin vikalpa. These are vikalpa of the Purvapaksha. He takes the vikalpa as real. All our argument is based on the vikalpa as taking as real, because now we will find that we are also making use of the word vikalpa. Okay, we are going to come to the vikalpa. Therefore, look, means in nirvikalpa Brahma, none of these vikalpas as they are cannot abide. So, in savikalpa level, accept them as they are as the very nature of the things. The nature of the things and not the nature of the reality, because you can't attribute them to the nirvikalpa Brahma. Okay. So now, it may appear as though this discussion is useless. Two reasons are there. One reason, the Purvapaksha that has come, if he has not answered, do you know what he will say? And the Purvapaksha, the one who has posed the Purvapaksha, certainly knows Tarka. And if you don't give an answer, he will say, this Vedanta is good for Tarka at all. Ego of elasticity is very difficult. It is very difficult to go as such. So he will say this fellow go to anything as such. So he has to be made to understand in his own language. Therefore, answer has to be given. So Vidyaranya may not bother to answer, but the means afterwards somebody may pose this again. There may not be answer as such. He has given the answer to show that the Purvapaksha itself is irrelevant. It has no basis whatsoever. From another standpoint, it is not a totally a futile argument. This shows that the Jagat or the Savikalpa Jagat is mithya. Right? If real, you can't fix them either in the Nirvikalpa or in the Savikalpa. What are you going to fix? Therefore, if the Vikalpas are real, you cannot find a basis in the Nirvikalpa Brahma, nor can you find a basis in the Savikalpa Brahma. Nirvikalpa Brahma totally out, Vyaghata comes. Savikalpa Brahma, all the four doshas come. So therefore, and at the same time, do you experience the Savikalpa Jagat or not? We do experience the world with all the divisions. Means that means the Vikalpas in the Savikalpa Jagat is this. And where are they? These Vikalpas of the Savikalpa Jagat, where are they? They are in Nirvikalpa Brahma. Huh? What is this? How come? Look, where are these Savikalpa? Where is the Savikalpa Jagat now? Savikalpa Jagat is Kalpita in the Nirvikalpa Brahma. My dear sir, what did you say just now earlier? You told us Nirvikalpa Vikalpa is Vyaghata. You dismissed just now earlier the Savikalpa, etc. Vikalpa cannot abide in the Savikalpa abide in the Vikalpas cannot abide in the Savikalpa Brahma. You dismissed by pointing out the Vyaghata dosha, etc. How dare you are speaking now that the Savikalpa Jagat is Kalpita in the Nirvikalpa Brahma? Is it not a contradiction, Vyaghata? Yeah. This is a desirable contradiction for us. You know why? Our Kalpita, our this Vikalpa is not your Vikalpa. Your Vikalpa is what? Real. Our Vikalpa is Mithya. It is a Mithya. So therefore we are using the word Kalpita. We are not told it is real. It is Kalpita means it is apparently projected. Apparently projected. Just as a snake is projected on the rope. So the snake is the Kalpita in the rope. So by that, in Nirvikalpa Brahma, the Savikalpa Jagat is Kalpitam. And we make use of that Savikalpa Jagat to ascertain the Nirvikalpa Brahma, which are like what is called as Tatastha Lakshana. Suppose there are similar types of houses, like the cottages, Yamuna, etc. Names are not there, let us say. Their names in the beginning there are nothing, no room number nor the names were there. Now so many cottages are there. I asked someone, hey, where such and such brahmachari stays, in which cottage? He pointed out that one, I can't make out because all are similar cottages only. So fortunately there was a crow sitting on the particular cottage. Oh, do you see that crow? That cottage is where the particular brahmachari stays. And crow has nothing to do with your cottage. It is a Tatastha Lakshana. It does help you to find out the pinpoint the particular cottage. Like that, the Savikalpa Jagat has nothing to do with the Nirvikalpa Brahma, just as the snake has nothing to do with anything whatsoever with the rope. We say the snake is superimposed on the rope in the sense, if rope were not there, the delusional snake cannot be. So that doesn't mean that the rope has got some connection with the snake. So also, the Savikalpa Jagat is Kalpita. Kalpita word is very important. Is apparently projected or superimposed on the Nirvikalpa Brahma. Doesn't mean that Nirvikalpa Brahma has got any connection with any Vikalpa. It has no connection whatsoever. Therefore, Brahma by its very nature is free from all the Vikalpas, including the Savikalpa. Yet we make use of the Savikalpa Jagat because don't you experience the Savikalpa Jagat? Can you deny your experience of the Jagat? You are experiencing the Tatastha Lakshana, which has been made use to arrive at what the Savikalpa, not Savikalpa, Nirvikalpa Brahma is. In reality, Nirvikalpa Brahma cannot tolerate any Vikalpa whatsoever. Therefore, and Nirvikalpa Brahma, in what way it is connected to me, related to me? Yamatma Paranandaha Parasena Sadanyataha. Akhandam Satchidanandam Param Brahma. This Brahma is verily me. Nirvikalpa Brahma is me. Therefore, in me, in my real nature, no vikalpas whatsoever can be there. Therefore, in my real nature, even the so-called bondage cannot be there. Okay. Please tell me, bondage is a vikalpa or other? Have you understood this much? In Brahma, which is my real nature, no vikalpas are possible. In that me, the Brahma, can the bondage be there? Whether bondage is a vikalpa or otherwise. Vikalpa,